So kicking off tonight, Spurgeon College at Pollard Fieldhouse. Spurgeon, I think they were ranked 3rd or 4th last year. So they are a very good team. Mm-hmm. So are we. And welcome back to an episode of In the Nest, the official athletics podcast of Emmaus University. I'm your co-host, Matthew Tomlinson, joined today by Landon Jacobus. Yeah. Woo! Hey, Landon.
Hey, Coach T.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Shane is on the road yet again. He is in Kentucky at the Ark Encounter for the Christian college fair that they host every single year. Fantastic event. There's usually anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 people that attend that event to see all the different Christian colleges and universities that are approved by Answers in Genesis based on their teaching of creation. And they get a whole week out of going to the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter. So Shane's on the road again. Hey, Shane, hope you enjoy it when you listen to this today.
We miss you.
We do miss you. But we have Landon.
Yeah.
Landon, you are a senior in the EM department on the men's basketball team, in case no one can see the men's basketball.
New merch.
Yeah, let's go. But Landon.
Thanks, Skylar.
Shout out, Skylar. Can you tell all of our fans, including the Fesslers who are probably listening to this podcast right now, shout out Andy, Mary Ellen, Ella Riley, and Lauren. So tell us a little about yourself.
So like Coach T said, I'm a senior here at Emmaus.
You're old.
Yeah, I am old. But I'm going to be graduating. I'll technically be done in December, but I'm taking one credit to play in the spring. So,
so much work.
Yeah, I know. So much work. I'm going to be so swamped with homework. But yeah, so I've been here at Emmaus for 4 years, studying youth ministry, minoring in counseling. Not too sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but kind of hoping to look into full-time ministry here in the future, whether that's camping or youth counseling.
Because you're a big camp guy.
I am a big camp guy. Yeah, I've gone to camp my whole life, and so I really have had a heart for that and been able to serve there during the summers. So it's been cool to be able to play basketball and also still be able to spend my summers at camp. So that's been cool, except playing basketball on an asphalt court to try and
really
work
tough.
out is not fun. Don't
in
recommend
the elements
it.
too.
It's not worth it. It is worth it, but it's not at the same time. So
right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm here and I'm grateful to be here, and it's I'm excited for season to start. Started getting ready to get going, and it's gonna be fun.
Tonight at 7 p.m. men's basketball starts their season. Let's go. Excited. But yeah, super excited. Landon is one of our captains. Second year being a captain on the men's basketball team. One of our leaders. Thank you for being our leader. 3rd year.
Yeah.
Man, 3 years already.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm old. I need to get out of here.
And so we're super excited for the impact Landon's had on our program. Not just on the court, but off the court as well. Just leading our team, leading our guys, being, having such a huge impact in the student body, being an EM as it's one of the bigger departments and the fun department on campus, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. With all the fun field trips that you guys do, going to different camps, getting that hands-on experience. It's great. Mm-hmm. It's really great. It's also a great day to be an Eagle. We got a lot to cover for you guys. We have coverage of the MCCC conference tournaments, Landon, for soccer and for volleyball. Looking ahead to regionals that's upcoming for both teams. Some promising things looking for them. Our final race for cross country before they go and dominate at nationals. And then, basketball right now, right here. Cannot wait. But looking ahead, looking at recapping soccer. So soccer went down to Joplin, Missouri. We had the 2 seed, like we talked about last week. And our first matchup was against the 3 seed Manhattan Christian Thunder, who we tied with last week, or the last week of the regular season. Yeah. Went into that game looking to go to the championship, and great game. 1-1 at halftime. Carlos scored his goal after he told me he wasn't going to score a goal. So shout out Carlos for doing that. And then, Tucker had such a dominating game defensively.
Yeah, he's a dog.
And it was fairly late in the second half when Jacob Davis got the game-winning goal.
There was no live stream, and so I was like, when I saw that it was Los and Tay that scored the game-winning goals, I was like, what? Like, no Mats? Like, what in the world? What, did they get red cards, or what's the dealio?
But yeah, super exciting. And that was a huge win for the men to go to the championship game for a rematch against Barkley. We played Barkley the last game of the regular season for the regular season championship. Ended up tying, and they had one less tie than we did, so they ended up getting it the regular season. And then this was for the conference champion, and man, they're a good team. They were ranked second or third in the nation,
something like that.
They really good. Our guys just couldn't quite find a knack on offense. Ended up losing 3-0. So conference runner-ups for both the regular season and the conference tournament. So nothing to be ashamed of. It's been a fantastic year for soccer. I mean, they're 10-6-3.
It's crazy.
They've had a really, really good year. And even looking at, some awards that were handed out for soccer. I mean, Josh Matt, MVP of the MCCC.
Yes,
so exciting.
Let's go.
Jake Matt, his twin brother, got first team. Tucker, first team, best goalie in the nation.
Yes, sir.
No cap. And then Bennett and Seth both were second team. And so it's pretty cool seeing 5 guys getting awards.
Brought home a lot of hardware right there.
Did bring home a lot of hardware. So, not what we wanted for the conference, but nothing to be ashamed of. Looking ahead at regionals, we have a massive, massive game in the first round for regionals. We go over to Grace University up in Michigan for Friday, and we take on the home team, Grace, who's ranked 3rd in the nation.
How many teams are in that region?
Is it 6? 6, yeah.
Okay.
So it's Kuiper 1, Emmaus 2, Grace 3.
Is there no playing game?
Great Lake, Maranatha. I guess Moody doesn't have a team, so it's 5. And then Maranatha and Great Lakes had the playing game, and Great Lakes won 1-0. So
they already played.
So Great Lakes will take on Kuiper, and then we play Grace to go to the championship. So it'll be really cool.
Yeah, really good
for a men's team to end their season, to end Grace's season on their home field.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, it's super exciting matchup. A little bit of a revenge game from earlier in the season, and so we're super excited to watch the men play and see how they compete and how they ride kind of some positive momentum from this previous week. And like you said, Mats didn't score at all this last weekend, so I know they're itching to go off this upcoming weekend.
I think it's also exciting too, because I think when they pplayed Grace the last time, we had a lot of injuries.
We had
I think there's 3 guys with concussions. Yeah, so I think that we're gonna have a fairly healthy lineup for that game. So I think that you're gonna have.
I think Hunter should be back too.
Yeah, Hunter should be back. I don't think Evan played that weekend. So yeah, but I think that you're gonna get a group of guys that are completely healthy, and you're gonna have a full week of practice under their belt. So I think they're gonna be ready to go.
And this group, we've talked about this group's hungry. Now is the time. It is now, and more than ever. I would not want to play us right now because
no. I wouldn't either.
No, we are a good team, and I'm excited to see how they perform. Because again, regionals is one and done. You lose and you're gone. And so basically, we're playing to get to nationals, and we got to win 2 games to get to Pensacola, Florida, to go to the national tournament.
That'd be fun.
Which would be so nice in November.
Telling me you get to go to Florida in November.
I know,
it's a great time.
Oh, come on, man.
Would we get to fly to that? Or not we, but would they get to fly to that?
Probably not. They'd probably take. I know.
But maybe. Who knows?
Maybe no. Maybe if there's a soccer donor out there, you never know. I don't know. Maybe. I guess. Well, because I guess because the Dubuque airport won't be here yet.
Dang it.
So I think that comes mid-November. But yeah, anyway, exciting news for soccer. They have a huge opportunity to go out there and to show the rest of the comp. We obviously we ranked 5th earlier in the year, but to really show everyone hey, now's the time.
That mid-season ranking doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
It's all about how you finish.
And so super exciting. Like I said, we have the best goalie in the nation, so anything can happen.
For real.
Super exciting.
Got the MVP of the conference.
MVP of the conference. Yeah. Maybe foreshadowing first team All-American.
Maybe.
We'll see. should be really exciting. You never know. Maybe even MVP of the region. We'll find out. But yeah, so great things for soccer. Now moving on to volleyball, Landon. Not quite the weekend that we were anticipating.
Not a great weekend
for volleyball. We were the 2 seed hosting the MCCC conference. Our first round matchup was against Faith, who was the 3 seed. They had beaten, I think, Central earlier in the day.
Yeah, they did.
To get, because we had the first round bye, because unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Barkley had to back out. Yeah. And so it went from a 7-team bracket to a 6-team bracket. And so that gave us the bye instead of playing earlier in the day. Yeah. But Faith was very hungry team. They lost twice to us. We'd beaten them both times in the regular season, including the cup, the Insurance Lightwell Cup, which we brought home. But I mean, yeah, it was a 7 p.m. game, and oh man, it was tough. Like, we ended up, Faith won 3-0.
Yeah.
And we just basically shot ourselves in the foot. Of the 75 points that Faith had, we erred 44 of those points. So like, we scored more points for them than they did.
Yeah, true.
Which shows, like, I mean, obviously this time of the year, like, you can't have that. You can't have that, but like, I think it was a really good wake up call for this upcoming weekend, because anything can happen in tournament time, and we saw that. Yeah. If you don't show up, bad things are going to happen. Sure. And so, I mean, and obviously, like, Faith really wanted this game because they didn't want to lose to Emmaus for the 3rd time this season. So that was unfortunate, but then we ended up going on to the 4th place game, 3rd and 4th place game against Calvary, and that was a great matchup on last Saturday. Ended up going into 5 sets. Had a shot there in the 5th set to take it. Yeah. Couldn't quite get there, and Calvary ended up winning in extra points in the 5th set. Took that, so we finished 4th in the conference. But I mean, that was a great game on Saturday. It was a good bounce. But obviously we lost, unfortunately. But Faith ranked 8th, Calvary ranked 9th, us ranked 10th. So huge, big 2 games for top 10 matchups. But I think it really motivated the girls, that the ladies, that you got to show up. Yeah, true. And I think learning from that weekend, they're going to show up this weekend. Yeah. Have full confidence in them.
You see this time and time again where teams they lose kind of mid-season towards the end of season, and like sometimes that's just a wake-up call you need to put into high gear and to get ready to go for your regional or the games that are really going to matter. Like conference, it's nice to win, but it's really just for
conference. I mean, it's cool to have a banner, but it's
but at the same time,
it's meaningless. But it's like
cool
not
to have a regional banner and a national championship banner. So,
and like, as you know, like you do need that slap in the face sometimes. I mean, we kind of experienced that your freshman year.
That is true.
Where we kind of got we more got beat in the face, and then kind of woke up, and then went on our 8-game winning streak, and then won the regional tournament, and then went to nationals.
True.
But yeah, so not what we were hoping for, but knowing Coach Hannah and Coach Megan, Coach Tasha, they're going to get this team ready for regionals, get them back on the right track, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Some big awards for the women this weekend. Sayla had what a year she's had. First team all conference. Kate, first team all conference. Michelle, second team all conference. Obviously, we also got regular season runner up. And for the 3rd season in a row, the Sportsmanship Award.
Let's go.
Good job, Emmaus Volleyball. So yeah, super, super exciting on that. But yeah, so looking ahead, we're the number 1 seed for regionals, because soccer did head-to-head matchups, volleyball did power ratings.
Oh, really?
And we were number 1 in power ratings for our region.
Well, I think we would have had it head-to-head.
Either way, we would have been the 1 seed. Yeah. So we travel to Maranatha Friday, and we play the winner of Moody and Maranatha. And then, which we've beaten both teams.
Yep.
Twice. 3-0. And it'd be interesting to see, because Maranatha just beat Moody at Maranatha.
I know, I heard about
so it'll be interesting to see that. So yeah, so we'll play winner of that game. Should take care of business, win that game.
What time is that on Friday?
I believe it's at 5:30.
Okay.
I think that's what Coach Megan said. Okay. And then win that game, go on to the championship, and then that would be against the winner of Great Lakes and Grace.
Okay.
So it should be good games.
Yeah.
We should take care of business. We should. Yeah. We will. Yeah. But we should. And so I'm excited to see, how they perform. Yes. That wake up call happened. Got it out of the way.
We're ready.
Now is the time. Now is the time, Landon.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. I'm like, I wish.
I know. I wish we could go to that game this weekend because it's like.
I mean, you could go to the Friday game.
I could, but Coach Parker scheduled me to work.
You could ask him and be like, I want to go watch my fiance.
I could.
You could do that.
I'd probably be like, no.
Yeah, no, you got to watch the Trinity Spurgeon game.
Yeah,
no, I guess that's that too. But yeah, so really exciting for the Emmaus women's volleyball team with this opportunity that they have. Mm-hmm. They should be able to take it, but this opportunity that they have to go and win regionals be super exciting. Really also, speaking of that, shout out Kevin and Vicky Rand with that hilarious video they did on the women's volleyball page. If you haven't seen it, go to the Instagram page for the Emmaus women's volleyball and go look at the video that Kevin and Vicky did with Caitlin.
Picked up some new players for this weekend. Did. They're ready to go.
I was laughing.
They're giving that extra spark that this team needs.
Right. Hey, don't sleep on Kevin. You know, he's he still has some records at Judson for basketball.
He's got one swing in him, and he needs that in there real quick.
He's like, my shoulder.
I guess it just runs in the family.
I guess it does, right? But yeah, so super exciting for Emmaus women's volleyball. Also, final regular season race of the year for cross country.
Oh yeah,
they go race on Friday up at Luther College at their race up there. So it'll be, after last race, it was against all our level runners. This race is gonna have D3s and some NAIs at that race. So a good final race before nationals next week. So I'm excited to see how they approach this. If they're gonna I wonder what the tactics are gonna be like. Is it gonna be all out, get your time up, or is it gonna be basically a prep race for the national race? Which man, I'm so excited because
where's nationals at?
I'm gonna surprise a lot of people. It's at Grace College somewhere in Indiana.
Yeah,
because it's Grace and Bethel are hosting D1 and D2 at a state race course or something like that.
Oh,
yeah. So this is the second. I think this is the second year. Either the second or third year that they've had the race there.
Something like that. Yeah.
And so I think it's the second year because last year they got a feel for it. I think Coach Girardi said that the race course is going to be slightly different. It's still going to be in the same spot, but maybe a little different route than it was last year.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting because he was saying they don't let you see the race course because it's like a surprise for the day of.
Oh.
So you can't see it the day before.
Wait, you can't see it the day before?
Because it's a surprise or something like that. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you still able to walk the course before?
Yeah, before you are. Yeah, you just can't walk it the day before and be like, all right.
Interesting.
This spot, that spot, that spot, or something like that.
Planning out where you need to kick it in high gear, where you can conserve your energy, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously all men's and women's runners have qualified for nationals team time. So it'll be cool to see anyone on that, just on the cusp of qualifying, individual, just get their time up to then get our team score up to then, just get ready for that. And also remember, we'll talk about this next episode, but for nationals, it's not about time. It's about where you finish. Really?
Mm-hmm. You could have,
oh, you're saying for team placement?
Yeah, for team placement.
That's huge then for us.
Yeah, because like we talked last week, for our men, runners 1 through 5, the gap is 3.5 minutes.
Wow. Which
is one of the closest gaps in the country at our level.
Wait, how many teams are competing at this?
I mean, however many have qualified. I think last year 8 qualified team wise.
Okay.
Because it goes back to the whole thing of the race that we hosted. If Faith had their 5th runner, team wise, we would have beaten Crown.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Because they don't count individual runners for team time.
Oh.
So if 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 are on a team, and the third place, they'd say their school only had 3 runners. That doesn't count. The 4th place, if it's a team time, goes to the 3rd place. So it's interesting how that works out.
That is odd.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's so exciting looking ahead. I think race time is at 3:15 and 4.
Okay.
And I can't remember if the women are running first or if the men are running first, but should be exciting for cross country as, fall sports is coming to a close. It's been a great season for all 3 teams. Yeah. And it's been really exciting. It's been nice to see, obviously, we have been through the dog years of athletics, but it's been really cool and really encouraging just to see the success that, soccer's had, volleyball's had, and both cross country teams have had.
I mean, if you looked at 4 years ago, it's a completely different. I mean, cross country
it
wasn't a thing really 4 years ago, but like, you know, you got volleyball completely turning around from what was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
I mean, they're at what they're 17-7 this year, and that's more wins than the last 4 seasons combined.
True. Yeah, that's wild. Same with soccer too, and like having like a full healthy roster and being able to utilize bench players. Like, it's not like we have people coming off the bench where it's like you know, you're questioning you're questioning what you're going to get in return, but like it's like you got guys coming in that are competing for those starting spots
that could start at other schools.
100%,
which is exciting.
Yeah, which is really cool to see, and like they're going out and competing with really good teams too. Like I mean, you're competing with D3 Ripon, like
like a 2-0 loss to Ripon. That's still like I'm still blown away by that.
I still remember I worked the live stats for soccer, and I went up to the coach at halftime, and I was like, "Hey, coach, like, who your starter's going to be for second half?" He's like, "I have no clue who I'm going to even play at this point." And I was just like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, I didn't know we had him. Like, I didn't know we had him that ticked off. But like, they're doing something right if they're making those teams work for those wins. You know,
like they think they're just going to waltz in and you know walk all over us, and it's like, nope, not happening this year.
True.
And so it's super exciting. I mean, like I said, it's just been really encouraging and really awesome to see how fall sports have been doing, and excited to see how they finish out, because job's not done. Job's not done. There's still a lot of time left, even though it's coming to a close. Still a lot of time left to, you know, set the standard, set the bar, maybe hang a banner or two. We'll see. We shall see.
Maybe take a trip to Florida.
Or Joplin. Because one team's going to Grace, so going to Indiana. So
true.
We'll see in 2 years.
We already got one
where
going
the new volleyball nationals is at.
Where do you think it's gonna be at?
I don't know. Hope it goes back to Bob Jones in South Carolina.
Oh yeah. I mean, going to South Carolina in November. Heck yeah, I'm going there.
I'm like, depending on what we do, like we'd go to northern Minneapolis in March. In March. Not ideal, but it's still great. But yeah, so fall sports. What a year fall sports has had. It's been amazing.
Oh yeah.
But with the ending of fall sports comes the beginning of winter sports. Men's and women's basketball is right around the corner. Oh, yeah. Men's basketball, we play in, depending when you're watching this, you know, the episode drops at 9 a.m. Game time's at 7 p.m. So, but yeah, Landon, it's been a journey for you. You're a senior. It's been quite a wild 4 years, but man, tell me about how you're hyped for this season.
Oh, I'm so excited. I really am. I think that it's been weird because like we started later than we normally
like
do.
2 weeks later. I mean, we've had what Coach Parker said, we've had 14 practices
or 15 practices
before our first game.
But it's weird because it's like the least amount of preparation that we've had, but it's like the most prepared that I feel like I've been.
Right.
You know, like it's been good to have a consistent number of guys at practice that aren't, that aren't injured for an extended period of time. But like it's been good. Like I'm really excited. Like I mean, we're gonna have a tough. Like it's not an easy weekend. Like Spurgeon, Trinity, two very good teams. Like even though Spurgeon just lost last night, or 2 nights ago, but like they're still a really good team. Like they get up and down, and I think it's gonna be a really good challenge for us to see kind of where we're at and what we need to work on. Like win or lose, like we're gonna figure out where we're at as a team right away. And I think that like that's super encouraging to figure out what kind of team we can be game one. Yeah. You know? So
and it's nice because like to start the season off, like you said, like we're late. We're kind of late to the party as far as practices and games. But like with that though, like, you know, it's like game. Like we have we have like 10 games in the next like month. I mean, we have what?
We'll see if my legs can handle it.
Yeah, we have 6 games before Thanksgiving. We have 6 games in 2 weeks. And so like,
oh snap,
we're going to have, we have 7 games in 2 weeks. And so like, it's going to be like, it's going to be rapid fire. So it's like, we have to, you know, get better each game. We can learn each game. Yeah. But like, it's exciting because like we can get this, we can fix things on the fly and we're going to. And so, so kicking off tonight, Spurgeon College at Pollard Fieldhouse. Spurgeon, I think they were the ranked 3rd or 4th last year. So they are a very good team. So are we. Very good team we are. So we play Spurgeon tonight, Thursday. Looking ahead, then we play Trinity on Saturday. Another very good team, like Landon said. But it's exciting because we're going to compete well with them. I think we match up very well against Trinity. I'm excited to see, our guard duo face their guard duo. And so it should be a fun matchup to watch for that.
When he's talking about guard duo, he's not talking about me. He's not talking about me.
No, you're going to lock people up though.
I'm just the sidekick.
And then looking ahead to next Tuesday, we go and do our favorite trip to Moody Bible Institute in Chicago to go play our rivals from Illinois when we were there. Women's basketball, they kick off the weekend as well. They have a double header. So they play Trinity back-to-back days. They play Trinity on Friday, tomorrow, and then they play Trinity again on Saturday.
I've never been a fan of that.
I know.
To be honest with you. I get it. Like, you want to get games in, but it's just like, you played this team last night.
Right,
like,
and then you play them again.
Yeah, it's like...
I was looking at someone's schedule. I think it was, I don't know if it was Oak Hills or who it was, but it was Providence. They play every team they play in back-to-back days.
I couldn't do that.
Like, that's wild. But yeah, it's like you want to get games in, but it's
we did
like,
that last year. It's like, okay, well... we can't really.
Hey guys, again.
Yeah, it's like we can't really prep to
right
to figure out what we need to do differently because we're turning around 8 hours and playing you again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they play back-to-back days, and the next Tuesday they travel to Mount Mary. So I'm excited to see.
Is that Milwaukee?
Somewhere in there. It's the all-girls Catholic school.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so I think it's somewhere in the Milwaukee area. So
okay.
yeah, I'm excited to watch the women play under first-year head coach Cody Kennard to see how he's going to. Obviously, this year's going to be a big rebuilding year for him.
Yeah.
But he's been hard on the recruiting trail. It's been cool to see.
That's awesome.
All the connections he's been making there. But yeah, excited to see how he starts building the cornerstones of this program for the future. But man, like I said,
it's exciting.
It's exciting. Like, I can't wait to watch our team play. Obviously, we've had 2 scrimmages, so we've had a little taste of what we can do. We've been practicing like crazy, getting ready for this weekend. But I mean, Landon, I think it's gonna be an exciting year for us.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm ready for it. I think that they always say save the best for last. So got to go out with a bang.
Yep. And so starting tomorrow, PTN, protect the nest. We kick off the season tomorrow. Lots of great things. I'm excited because this is Coach Parker's 3rd year at the program. So usually they say the 3rd year is the year when you're established, you have your team, you have your players that you brought in, your system should be at its finest.
Well,
and so
he has almost all the players.
He has almost all his players, yeah. A few left.
Yeah.
But yeah. Proud of you and appreciate you and Nash for sticking it out, sticking with the program these years. Obviously, we've gone through quite a lot of change in the last, since I've been playing. But like even these last 4 years have been, all over the place. But, guys like you that, stick through it. Like we always talk about how, like last week we talked about how Emma and Lauren kind of came in at a very tough time with volleyball.
Oh yeah.
And it was hard.
Had to live through it too.
And it stank.
Yeah.
But they stuck through it and they laid the foundation for years to come. And just like seeing that, like, in the moment, it's like, this is tough. I don't know if I want to do this. But then, you stick it out with a great attitude, which they both did.
Yeah.
And literally their core pieces that, they basically built this program with Coach Hannah for the direction that it's going.
Yeah.
And that's what you and Nash did with, sticking through it. Like you guys have implemented, both of your captains, like you keep these guys accountable. You keep them, motivated in the right direction. And you guys are the 2 guys that have helped, keep our program going in the direction that we want it to go.
And I appreciate how it's kind of funny, but like me and Nash are very complete opposites. And like we've talked with Coach Parker about this, of just like how different leadership styles that we both have. Like I'm not somebody that can just kind of go up to somebody and call them out what they're doing wrong. Like Nash is perfect at that. He can just
which
be able
he's going to do
it.
when he sees that you're on the episode and he hasn't been on the episode
Yeah,
yet.
for real. He's going to give me a hard time, but like
Give me a hard time.
yeah, true. He's going to give you.
But yeah, it's like basically you guys complement each other in that rule where,
and we're pushing each other to be better at those areas that we're not necessarily good at. So it's been cool to like see like myself, like Nash gives me situations to like, he'd be like, hey, go tell this person that he's doing something wrong. Like you need to like hold him accountable in this area, and then I'll be like, all right, Nash, go do the laundry. Like, or like, hey Nash, like, XYZ. But like, it's been cool to like see how even he's grown in that, of that he's been able to take it on head first and like being accepting of it and wanting to learn and how to do better at that.
It's so great. And like I talk about this a fair amount. Like I love like on Senior Chapel, like seeing each person walk across the stage and being like, I know who you were when you were a freshman, and just seeing your growth. And with you too, just seeing your growth from freshman year has just been truly amazing. Like it honestly has. I'm not just saying it because you're on this podcast, but like it's so true. Like you and Nash have grown so much as people, as young men who are both gonna get married soon-ish, and leaders on this team. And so it's just been, I'm just so encouraged by you two and just, you know, your guys' stance and how you've stuck it out. You've been leaders on this team. You've been, you know, making a difference. And so, you know, that's the direction our program's going to go, is because of you guys doing that. And so I'm very excited for this year. I think, man, it's going to be so fun. I don't want to get too excited because I never get excited. I'm not an excited person, but it's going to be a great year. Yeah. It's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
It is going to be a great year. But yes, remember guys, follow all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever else you use. YouTube, all our games are going to be live streamed on YouTube this year for home games. Follow our men's basketball pages on Instagram and Twitter to keep an eye on our away games and where those live streams will be. But we appreciate the support, the love. Our new Emmaus University merchandise store should be out in the next couple of weeks, so you can get your new team gear there, or school gear there, which we're super excited about.
University gear.
Yeah. But yeah, we appreciate all the support and all the love. It means so much to us. And Landon, what day is it, Landon?
It's Wednesday.
It's a great day to be an Eagle. PCN.